Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Yanko speaking, and today we'll review the MetaTrader 5. This webinar is dedicated to reviewing the MetaTrader 5 platform. So again, thank you very much. I'm sorry for the short delay. There was a small technical issue here. I hope you can all hear me and see the screen, and I'll immediately share the MetaTrader screen. There you go. So if you have any problem seeing the screen or hearing me clearly, just let me know, please. Today, again, I'll review the MetaTrader 5, the differences between MetaTrader 5 and MetaTrader 4. We'll see some of the new properties of this platform, and we will see mainly, we'll focus on the trading differences between MetaTrader 4 and 5 because there are many changes here with regards to hedging and opening and closing positions. So again, I hope you can all hear me and see the screen. And during this session, if you have any question, please feel free to write it down, and I'll reply during the session. So MetaTrader 5 basically is about to be offered by ForexPlace and to its clients, and it's there aren't many differences. The platform is not completely different, and as you can see, the user interface looks pretty much the same as it does in MetaTrader 4. But there are some differences that you should take into account if you switch to this trading platform, and I'll review them thoroughly in the next hour during the session. But we'll let's first review some of the cosmetic changes of this platform. Basically, the installation, the download and installation, it's pretty much the same. There isn't much difference. It's pretty easy to install the platform, and it doesn't take much space on your hard disk. And you can see here the menus on the top row, and you can see the buttons row. There are 3 groups of buttons here. We'll review them in a minute. As for the menu list here, the menu row, again, there's the file, the view, the insert, charts, tools, windows, and help, all the same. I'll just review quickly the new options here. Okay, so you can see that in the file menu, there isn't much difference. You can open an account, a new demo account, and of course you can log in to your account just like you logged in MetaTrader 4. So the file menu is not much different. In the View tab, in the View menu, the main difference is that you can see obviously the Market Watch, Data Window, Navigator, and the terminal, which is now called the toolbox. Okay, that's the lower part here. That's the toolbox. Okay, and strategy tester, which we'll review later. And you can see that the toolbars here have now only 3 groups. Okay, so I'll review the toolbars right now. Okay, we have the standard, the line studies, and the periodicity. So the group which is missing now is the charts group. It's part of the standard group. Okay, so obviously with the standard group we can open a new chart here. Here's the profiles button. Okay, the same button you have here for profiles. The MetaQuotes language editor, we'll talk about it a little bit later because now it's MQ5, not MQ4, and the programming language is different. Auto trading is what was called in MetaTrader 4 the expert advisors. Okay, we'll see some examples when we go through the strategy tester and the experts. And new order, we'll elaborate on that. And here is the charts part of the MetaTrader 5, okay, of this group. Now, when I initially installed this platform, I didn't see all the buttons, okay? Most of them were here, but some of them, like the indicators and the templates, these buttons were not here. So just like in MetaTrader 4, you can always right-click on the group, choose Customize, and then select to add or remove or move the different buttons. So I added indicators and templates, which are important, and you can obviously add other buttons if you wish, such as the navigator, which opens the window for the indicators and the accounts and the expert advisors, etc. The market watch. Okay, all of these by default were not part of the standard ruler here, but you can always add it. So this is the standard button, the standard ruler, and you can just play with it. You can see here that there are many custom indicators, and they added a few more indicators to the trend and to the oscillators. So in MetaTrader 5 there are more indicators, and we'll see shortly that they also added some more expert advisors, for example, to use. The line studies ruler here also has a few more options, some nice options like this button here, the arrowed line. Okay, you can add a bitmap. I added that to the ruler. So for example, if I want to, I don't know, for some reason, add a picture to the chart, okay, I can always add a bitmap here, click the properties, and choose a bitmap file. Okay, you need to put it, if you have other pictures or bitmaps you want to add, you should place them in the right directory, and then just select the bitmap you want. Okay, that's just a few small features. As for the periodicity, it has many more time frames. So what you see here, these are the default time frames that you all know from MetaTrader 4. But again, right-click, customize, and you can also add the 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 12, 20, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6, 8, and 12 hours. Okay, so they have about 20 time frames here, or give or take a few. So you have many time frames here that you can add and trade on different time frames if you wish. Okay, sometimes some people say that the 3-hour chart is very comfortable to trade or to analyze. Okay, some use the 8-hour charts. Okay, so there's an option here to add if you want more time frames. Okay, if I want to add the 3 hours, I insert it and then I move it up. Okay, between the 1 and 4 hours. Okay, and now I can look at the 3-hour chart. Okay, so this is the upper part here. Again, not much difference, just a few more additions, but nothing much. As for the charts themselves, you can see here that under the window tab, under the window menu, you can organize them not only in cascade or tile them. Now the horizontally and vertically tiling, horizontal and vertical tiling, really tile them horizontally or vertically. Okay, in MetaTrader 4, when you had 4 windows and you tiled them horizontally or vertically, it would actually tile them in this order. Okay, now you have the tile windows, you have tile horizontally, and you have tile vertically, even when there are 4 or 5 windows. Okay, so you can always Let me just open the market watch here and show all. Okay. So you can always you can always tile more windows vertically or horizontally. Okay. So this is another small change. Let's talk a little bit about the about trading itself. This is the main change here. Okay, the main part of change. Let's say it's I would say it's the most significant change for traders who trade either manually or with systems. And I'm not talking about the MetaQuotes language. Okay, the fact that indicators and expert advisors from MetaTrader 4 are not cannot work on MetaTrader 5. Okay, they didn't make any option to work with the old indicators and expert advisors on with the new programming language, unfortunately. But again, I'll talk about it a little bit later. But I'm talking about trading, trading the way you're used to trading, opening long and short, sometimes on the same currency pair, hedging, even without any meaning to really hedge. But let's say you're trading the daily chart long on the euro dollar, and then you see on the hourly chart the opportunity to go short. Okay, according to the NFA rules in the United States, this is considered hedging, and that's forbidden. So the NFA rules forbid hedging, and they require FIFO, first in, first out, meaning the first trade you opened will be the first to be closed. Okay, so if you open first trade on the euro dollar, then second trade, and then third trade, and you want to close the third trade, what will happen is that the first trade will be the one to be closed out. It's not really relevant here. What is relevant is the hedging or non-hedging ability here on MetaTrader 5, and let's take a look at that. So let's review the euro dollar. Okay, maybe basically it's a long trend now, but maybe it'll try to go down a little bit further. Let's just open a small trade and see what happens. Okay, so a new order, and I'll shortly review the pending orders. I'm talking first about the instant execution orders. Okay, let's open just a 0.1 trade. Let's go long and see what happens. So I opened a new order. Okay, and we have here the new order of 0.1. Okay, on the euro dollar at a price of 125.22. This is just a regular instant execution. The order has been accepted, and now I'm long 0.1 on the euro dollar. Let's say the euro dollar, for some reason, I don't know, I think it's going down, and I want to open a short trade, okay, to hedge myself. Okay, I don't want to close the long trade, but I want to hedge myself. Let's see what happens when I hedge this position. I open a short position on the euro dollar. You see first that it's an order. The order is below the balance line, and then it's accepted. But what happened is that the long order was actually closed. Instead of having two orders here, one long, one short, the order was closed. And in the history here, I can see that I had one buy position, okay, one buy on the euro dollar for 0.1 lots. And when I opened the sell, okay, it actually closed the previous position with a profit of $1. The history here can show me deals and orders. Okay, so the deals are the trades themselves, and the orders are when I put the order into the market. sometimes the order is not executed. Okay, you may receive a requote, or you may have a pending order which was canceled. Okay, so when it's an order that is still not executed, that has not been executed yet, it's considered just an order. Again, I'll show you in a minute. When we open the order, okay, when we open the order or when we send it, we see the order below the balance line. Okay, it's just an order, just like a pending order. Once it's accepted and executed, then it becomes from a regular order to a deal. And if you want to see the deals and the orders, you select here under the History tab, Deals and Orders, and you can see here that we had a buy order for 0.1, and the deal itself, okay, was in. So the type was going into the market. I went in the market. And when I gave an order to sell, again, since there's no hedging allowed, okay, the sell order closed the buy order, and this order is out. It took me out of the market, or it took the deal out of the market. So I have 2 orders and 2 deals. I also had earlier an order for buy limit. I'll show you. It was actually a buy stop limit. I'll show you the difference. And this order was canceled. I just deleted it. So again, let's see if I click buy. First of all, you can see below the balance line the order, and then when it's executed, the order becomes a deal, an executed deal. Let's take a look again. Buy, you see the order here, and then it becomes a deal. Okay, so we have one order here, or one deal here, of 0.1 long on the euro dollar. Let's now open another one. Okay, let's open another long, another buy order for 0.1, and I'm opening buy for 0.1. Again, it's an order, and then it goes up, and instead of seeing 2 orders here, or 2 deals here on the euro dollar for long, I have 1 deal here, and this 1 deal is for 0.2. Okay, so I have 1 deal for 0.2, and the price is an average price. Okay, the price is an average price. So I first opened a deal for 125.25, and then another one for 125.23. So I have the order here at an average price of 125.24. Okay, so I have 2 orders combined together at an average price. Now, obviously, if I open a much bigger deal, let's say now the price is 125.25, and I want to send an order for 2 lots, okay, for example, then the price will be much closer to 125.25, okay, because the weight of this deal or this order is much greater. So you can see here that the order now, the average price is 125.26, 727. Okay, because this order was opened at 125.27, and the other 2 orders, by the way, you can see here. Okay, you can see here that I sent the order at 125.28. Okay, but the market went down 1 pip, and the order was executed at 125.27. Okay, and the average price, since it's a 2-lot order versus 0.2 order, the average price is much closer to 125.27 than to 125.24. Okay, now Sebastian here is asking, is it possible to have a stop loss for a partial scale out? So the stop loss is just like in MetaTrader 4. If you want to partially stop loss or partially take profit, what you need to do is set the opposite order just part of the desired size, okay, order size. For example, if you want to stop loss this order and close out only one lot, in this case, let's say you want to set your stop loss of one lot here. You just set a sell stop. Okay, what it will do for one lot, what it will do is if the market goes down, and touches this sell stop, it will actually sell part of the buy order. Okay, and you will have only 1.2 lots long on the euro dollar. Okay, so you actually stopped out just part of the trade. And you're asking, when you scale in, enter a stop loss directly to the order. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, let's just okay, let's remove this. Let's say you want to enter now an order that has only partial stop loss. Okay, let's say we open another order here of one lot, and the stop loss. Okay, before I set the stop loss, just let me show you one thing so you won't be confused. Under the tools menu in options, under the trade, okay, the trade tab, you can see here use stops. Okay, and you can choose whether to use stops in points or prices. Okay, in MetaTrader 4, the stops are only in price. Here you can set it in points. Okay, so let's just leave it in points at the moment, and open a new order for one lot with a stop loss of, let's say, 10 points. Okay, and I send the buy order. Okay, so the order is executed, it's placed, and now you can see that the stop loss is for the entire order. Okay, it's for the entire order, and it was set to be 10 pips. Okay, it was set to be 10 pips from where we asked to open it, but it wasn't necessarily 10 pips from the average price. Okay, so you should take that into account. So it will obviously, as you can see, it is joined. You can't go around it. Okay, it just joins. It just adds this position to the previous one, and it sets the stop loss for the entire position. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, it's not what you hoped, but I know MetaTrader 5 again has some great, I would say, properties or differences or new features, but when it comes to trading, which is the main part, unfortunately, many traders don't like this new feature of aggregating positions and not allowing hedging. Chase, as for your question, how do I open a chart for gold? I'm not sure I follow, but I mean, you can always go for, go here to commodities, metals, and select gold. So I'm not sure what you mean by how do I open a chart for gold. It's just like in MetaTrader 4. There's no difference. Okay, unless I didn't understand your question, so please just clear it out. Okay, so again, if you want to set just a partial stop loss or a partial take profit, okay, let's just remove the stop loss here. If you want to set a partial stop loss and not for the entire trade, or a partial take profit, what you need to do is set an opposite position, okay, with just the partial size you want. Okay. Okay, Sebastian, you're saying that the opening opposite positions for partial stop loss has the downside that it could collide with the profit target from the original deal, which would not cancel the opposite order. Again, here it will just close part of your deal. It should not. it won't collide with a profit target. Okay, it will just close out some of the position, and still, if you have take profit, the take profit will remain on the position for the remaining position. Okay, so I don't see why there should be any collision here between the partial close and the take profit. Kurt is asking, can you hedge with a sell with a sell on the euro yen? So yes, every currency pair is independent. So if you want to open the euro yen now short, that's no problem. I mean, there shouldn't be any problem, and every currency pair is completely independent, and you can go long on the euro dollar and go short on the euro yen. There shouldn't be any problem doing that. Okay, so if you want, for example, to go short here, you just go short. Okay, and now you have sell on the euro yen and long and buy on the euro dollar. Okay. Okay, Sebastian, again, your question, you mean when the profit target of the deal is hit first, then your opposite order is not canceled. That's what I mean. That's what you meant. Okay. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. If you have a no. Okay, yeah, because it's still a pending order, which is an independent order. So if you set a pending order here, okay, again, either it's good till canceled, or you specify the date, but it's not. It won't be, it won't be canceled just because another order was caught. Right? Yeah. Okay, I know. Okay, got it. And yeah, unfortunately, take profit won't cancel the pending order. Okay, now let's okay, so let's see what happens now when I open just a partial short. Let's say I open 1.2 short position. Okay, 1.2 on the euro dollar. Okay, short. Then we will see that the buy obviously is closed only partially, and we have only only 2 lots remaining. Okay, so I send the order, and I have now here 2 lots remaining. In the history tab, I can see that this sell order was an out order. Okay, it took me out of the market and actually closed part of the deal with a small loss. Okay, so this is the first major, if not the most significant change of MetaTrader 5. No hedging and aggregation of identical or the same direction orders. Okay, on the same currency pair. Let's just take a look now at some pending orders. Okay. By the way, again, if you have any further questions regarding the closing and opening of trades, please feel free to ask. We'll shortly review the history tab and other tabs here in the toolbox window. But first, the trading here is just the same. I mean, when you want to open a new order, you can just open it from here, and you can set a buy limit, okay, or a sell limit. You can see here, okay, or sell stop. But if you open the new order window and choose the pending order, okay, then under the type drop-down menu, you have not 4 types of pending order, but 6 types. Okay, so the buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, and sell stop you all know from MetaTrader 4. And we also have 2 additional pending orders, the buy stop limit and the sell stop limit. And I'll explain what these pending orders mean. Okay, just a sec. Chase here is saying the options that appear on my screen or your screen for opening a chart don't seem to appear on mine. I only have all currency pairs and no commodities. Are there any other steps I need to take to add commodities to MetaTrader 5? So again, just make sure, Chase, when you open the Market Watch window, to right-click anywhere in this window and select Show All. Okay, Show All, because if only some of the symbols are shown, then you won't see the commodities. Okay, Show All will give you all the. That's also on MetaTrader 4. Okay, that's not a new. Okay, you got it. Great. Okay, so now again, let's review the new pending order options. So pending orders, we have buy stop limit, and buy stop limit and sell stop limit. What do they mean? What are these orders? So the buy stop limit means I set the price. I set a price. When the market reaches this price, it sets a buy limit at the stop limit price. Okay, so let me explain. Let's say I want to set a buy limit order here around this line, around this level, but only after the price has reached the area around here. Okay, so I want the price to go up. Then when it reaches this upper level, I think it'll go down, and then only I want to set the buy stop limit. Okay, or the buy limit order, because I don't want to go in the market just from going down. I think, let's say, for example, that I don't know, that the market should first go up and only then go down and then go up again. Okay, I don't want to go in, because if for example, I think that if the market doesn't go up before it goes down, then it will probably continue going down, and I don't want a buy limit order. Okay, so what I do is, again, I set the buy stop limit. I say when you reach the price of, let's say, 125.30 or 125, let's say even 125.25, then set the buy limit order at 125.10. Okay, and then what we will see here is that we have the buy stop limit here. Okay, that's the buy stop limit. You can see it here, meaning if the market goes up, moves up to this area, then the MetaTrader will automatically set a buy limit around 125.10, and then we will see this the dashed line here. Okay, this buy stop limit line will disappear. We will see the buy limit here at 125.10. Okay, so yeah, so like Sebastian says here, it's nice for breakout and retest trading. Exactly. Okay, so again, if I think that only after a breakout trial I want to set a limit, then I will use this option. Okay, it's just one option, and obviously you can always remove it by double-clicking it and clicking the delete button. Okay, let's just leave it here, or you know what, let's just set another pending order in case it moves down. Let's set the sell stop limit. Okay, so I say if the market reaches 125.15, I want to set a sell limit at 125.26, for example. If the price 125, if the price, that's a sell stop limit. If the price goes down to 120, well, I guess this is too close. Okay, 125.30. Okay, or even 125.25. Yeah, you should always notice the distance, because sometimes if it's too close, it won't let you set the pending order. Okay. All right, so I have now 2 pending orders, and we'll see if one of them is caught. Then we'll be able to see how the pending order is changed. Okay, let's review some more changes here, or some new features. The exposure shows you graphically the exposure on the pairs. Okay, so we have euro dollar long and euro yen short. Okay, so we have the euro. Okay, let's see. We have the euro dollar long 2 and the euro yen short 0.1. So we have the euro long 1.9, which is 190,000. We have the yen long, okay, for 0.01. Okay. Again, it doesn't really show it very clearly because it's the euro yen. So the focus here on the volume is on the euro, and the dollar is again the euro versus the dollar. So these numbers are not don't really mean a thing. Okay, it's just that it's just the euro here because we're trading the euro short and long. So the real number here for the euro is the relevant one. Okay, and you can always choose the diagram for long positions or short positions, and have a report on all your open positions and exposure. The history tab, we already reviewed it quickly earlier. So it has deals and orders. You can select to see the history only on certain symbols, okay, or if you have a chart open only on the current symbol, and you can select the volumes by lots or amounts. Okay, so lots, it's 2, 1, 1.9, etc. Amounts, it's 200K, 100K, 10K, etc. Okay, so that's the volumes. Again, the periods, all history, last 3 months, it's all this is just the same. And report, you can issue a report here. The report pretty much looks the same. Okay, so you have the report here, again with the tables of the orders, the deals, the chart, okay, and statistics, different statistics. We'll see on the strategy tester that it can give us many more statistics and not just the regular ones. Okay, so that's the history tab. By the way, on the trade tab, you can also issue a report. Okay, you can also see the volumes as lots or amounts. Okay, and obviously also add or remove some columns. Okay. Market here, that's just it looks like an app store of MetaTrader. If you want to buy indicators, okay, you have some indicators here. So they give you all sorts of indicators or expert advisors that you can buy. I didn't try to buy anything here, but just so you know, it's a nice feature. And okay, experts and journal, we'll see. Well, actually, it's only when you have experts on. So let's, unless you have any other questions, let's review a little bit the expert advisors section and the indicators and the strategy tester. So let's first open the navigator. Okay, so again, here you can see all the indicators. Here it's they're grouped, okay, according to the trend oscillator, just like on this tab or this button here. The custom indicators, and they have many examples here. Okay, just a bit more than what we have on the MetaTrader 4, and you can see here some nice indicators. Okay, chart panel, for example, it gives you the ability to see in the lower part of the screen to see another chart. Okay, so you can see, for example, if you want to watch on the euro dollar chart, you see the 15-minute, and you also want to watch the 5-minute chart, okay, in parallel. So that's, for example, just a nice indicator, and they show these options to show the programming ability of MetaTrader 5. I guess that's one of their okay, we closed it. One of their new features. Okay, expert advisors. So again, you have many examples here of expert advisors of all sorts, and adding them is just as simple, just as adding them in MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4. Okay, but what you do need to take into account is, just a sec, let's okay, allow auto trading. Okay, you need to check mark this, and you'll see here that auto trading is enabled, and the expert advisor can now run on the chart. Okay, now if you want to test the expert advisors, you need to open the strategy tester window, and here, okay, you can test not only experts, but also indicators. Okay, so if you want to run indicators and view them visually and see how the indicator, for example, put arrows on the screen, or beeped, or drew some lines on the screen, okay, and see the indicator, how the indicator reacted, because I remind you that indicators don't open trades, they just show indications on the screen, okay, and in MetaTrader 4 there was no option to test this indicator because let's say the markings on the screen were already in hindsight. You couldn't really test them in real time, okay, so you didn't know, or you couldn't know, if, for example, the buy arrow of the indicator was drawn much after the signal was supposed to be given, or at the same time, or if it was changed or not. Okay, so you can test indicators, not only experts. You can select here the expert you want to test. Okay, for example, I don't know, MAMA, M-A-M-A. On the last year, let's say on the euro dollar. Okay, on the euro dollar, let's say on the 1-hour chart. Okay, and you want to see it visually. Okay, in this case, and that's it. That's all you have to set. There is no history center. Okay, if we previously had under tools the history center here, to download the history in order to make the the test run of the expert advisor is more accurate. Now we don't have any history center, so you just have to count on the history center of meta quotes to be accurate. And let's run it. Okay, it's let's not do a forward run. I'll explain about forward run in a minute. And no optimization. Okay, so the simple run is here. Okay, you can change the speed of the faster to the end. Okay, so it's running. That's it. It skipped all the way to the end, and you can see here the history of the deal of the trades. Okay, all the operations, the journal, and if you want to see the execution itself or the results, then you can see the results here. Okay, but let's first see the graph. So you can see here that this expert advisor is not a very successful one. Okay, it just goes up and down and up and down. But the results tab here, or the results screen, gives us many more results. Okay, it shows us not only the regular statistics, it gives also some more elaborate statistics like the z-score and some correlations. Okay, and it also gives us some interesting statistics as per the entries by hours, the profits and losses by hours, okay, the entries by weekdays, etc. Okay, entries by months, and some more correlations here. Just many more statistics. So those of you who are going to work with MetaTrader 5 and with the expert advisors or indicators can really gain much more information from running the strategy tester with their experts. Okay, so this is the strategy tester. It shows you the inputs, and you can always try to optimize it, and even I'm not sure they already enabled it, but you can also make an optimization by running several currency pairs in parallel. Okay, because sometimes you can say, okay, I'm running my expert advisor on the euro dollar and pound dollar in parallel. I want to see what happens since I know there's correlation between these two pairs. I want to see what the maximal drawdown is or has been in the last year when running the expert advisor in parallel on both pairs. Okay, on MetaTrader 4 you can run your expert advisor or strategy tester on one pair at a time, and then if you see at a certain date a large drawdown, you can go, and after running this expert advisor on a different pair, you can then start comparing and saying, okay, here it dropped 500 pips, here it dropped 400 pips, so the total drawdown is such and such. But now with MetaTrader 5, you can run the expert advisor on several currency pairs in parallel and get the statistics as they would be in real life when you run your expert advisors on several pairs in parallel. In addition, there is another nice option here, which is forward testing. Okay, forward testing here, what it does, it allows you to run the expert advisor in real time on your account without really making the trades, okay, or without really opening real trades, but saying, okay, here I would open a trade. The strategy tester would tell you, here a trade opens, here a trade closes, and this is the profit, this is how it would actually behave, okay, on your account if it were running in real, okay, on your real account. But it doesn't really open the trades, it just simulates opening the trades in real time. That's forward testing, which is also a nice option. So this is the strategy tester. It's nice. And again, with the programming language, since MQ5 is different from MQ4, they didn't. There's no option to work with previous experts and indicators programmed in MQ4 on MetaTrader 5. So if you do move to MetaTrader 5 and you have some special indicators that you work with or expert advisors, you will have to change them, to reprogram them, or ask for their new version for MetaTrader 5, because the older ones, the MetaTrader 4 version, will not work. It's not compatible with MetaTrader 5. Okay, so that's a drawback. But again, they say the MetaQuotes, the developers of this platform, say that the new features of MetaTrader 5 or MetaQuotes 5 are so much more advanced that they couldn't make any compatibility and couldn't make any, or couldn't give the option to convert MetaTrader 4 to MetaTrader 5 or the MQ4 to MQ5, because the programming language is completely different, and MQ5 is much more advanced, and that's why they couldn't make these languages compatible. This is it. I mean, as you can see, it's not a complete, it's not totally different. It's not something you cannot handle. Changes are pretty much basic, but again, it's a nice platform with some nice features. But for those of you who do use hedging or open many trades and wish to leave them open, then MetaTrader 4 might pose some problems or some drawbacks. But again, it's up to you. This is it for today with MetaTrader 5. Next week we'll go back to reviewing more strategy system, strategies, trading strategies, and trading systems. Chase, yeah, no problem. You're asking. You looked around and tried to find the solution, but have reached no conclusion. When you set show all, it only shows Forex and CFDs, still no commodities. Is there anything else that I may need to do? Well, maybe you need to contact your broker or your account manager. I don't know if you're using the MT5 of Forex Place, but if you're using another broker's MT5, then maybe that broker still hasn't given the option to trade commodities or other instruments on MetaTrader 5. Okay, so just contact your broker. By the way, you can see here, okay, so I hope I helped Chase, but show all should show you everything. Let's just take a look at the toolbox here. You can see on the trade here, now that the price went up, and the buy stop, you remember I set a buy stop limit earlier. Now it turned to a buy limit, okay, because the price reached this level, and now we have a buy limit. Let's just remove the sell stop limit. Okay, so you can see here the buy limit. Okay, earlier it was set to a buy stop limit around here, and I said if the price reaches this level, then set a buy limit down here, and that's exactly what it did. Okay, all right, you're welcome, Chase. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this webinar, and I hope to see you again next week with some more trading strategies. We still have 2.5 days left for trading, today and Thursday, Friday. So for those of you who are trading, I wish you good trades and good luck, and have a nice rest of the week. And again, I'll see you next week. So thank you very much for attending this webinar. Take care.